It's the most wonderful time of the year. Not really. It's mammogram time. Very important that we get those, but I sure don't like going and getting them. Anyways, let's talk about it. Well, hi YouTube fam. Game on. It's mammogram day. I'm out early before work. I try to schedule early so I don't miss any time at work. So they start, I think, at 7:30, somewhere around there. So my appointment's at 7:30, and yeah, as usual, I couldn't wake up. I didn't want to get up. So now here I am trying to get my makeup on. And the roads around here are such a cluster. Now I'm in school traffic. We have some major bridges getting some major work done on them, and they are in the midst of doing that. And I may have to take a side street because I'm already stuck. Thinking this would be the best way to get here, but honestly, I don't think it is because now I got a school in front of me. So anyways, squirrel. But yeah, it is just such a cluster around here. The traffic is horrible. I don't try to come over to this side of the world very often, but my mammogram is over here, and so I had to come over here. So anyways, now I'm stuck in school traffic, thinking that I was avoiding the bridge traffic. So yeah, here we go. But I'm moving now. But yeah, it's that time of the year. It's very important, ladies. We gotta have it done. I mean, I don't like having it done either, but you know, that's just part of it. And my doctor gets on to me because last year I didn't have it done last year, and I know I usually go every year, but I just, you know, it's just one of them things you hate preparing for. But you don't want to have something like that sneak up on you. So if it's time for your mammogram, you ladies get out there and get them scheduled, because they make it so easy anymore. You know, used to you'd have to call, then you'd have to wait, then they'd make you say, oh, it's gonna be 6 months from now before we can get you it. Well, now it's so much nicer because I do everything online. I mean, it's like I go online, I schedule my appointment, that's it. So that is life, and it is good. But yeah, I'm not that I'm doing anything dangerous. I'm in a school zone, so, and I've got to stop now because we got some little kiddos walking across the street going to school. Miss those days. Of course, I rode a bus when I was a kid because we lived so far out. Anyway, my mood is a little bit better. I've been kind of like in a funk. If you watched my last video, I was kind of in a funk, but you know what? It's not just, I've been on YouTube watching a lot of women that I relate to, and everybody's kind of in a funk, you know, women, especially around my age, we're all just kind of, I don't know, it's just weird. So I've been watching the Shalene show. Yeah, she's really beautiful and just really a neat lady, but she's kind of going through the same thing. I didn't get to finish watching her video last night because it was like 45 minutes long, but she's kind of in that way too. And I don't know if it's like has something to do with all the, I don't know, what is it? Why are we all in a funk? I'm really in a funk now because I'm going to be probably late for my mammogram because of all this traffic and all. I'd be able to find some saving grace right through in here if I take a shortcut. Maybe not. Another one of them tests I dread so much is colonoscopies. I have to have a colonoscopy. I started when I was 40 because my oldest brother, died of colorectal cancer when he was 54. So, you know, he kept, on his deathbed, he was just like, hey, you guys go get your colonoscopies, because there's me and my sister, and I have another brother. And he kept saying, go get your colon. So I went, before he passed away, to give him peace of mind, I went and got my colonoscopy. At 40 years old, I did have polyps. Now, normally I think that you don't have to get a colonoscopy till you're like, what, 50? So, yeah, I had polyps at 40, which they were, you know, I guess they were, what they call it, non-cancerous. Anyways, I had to have them removed. But yeah, I had those at 40. So I'm so glad that I went at 40, because what would they have been like if I decided to go at 50 when I was supposed to? But because of the family history and because of the brother, my siblings and I are highly recommended that we go have our colonoscopies regularly. So, oops, speed up. Now we're in the traffic. So I had my first one at 40, and then I think since I had polyps, the doctor said you need to come back in 3 years. So I went back. I think I was doing every 3 years for a while. But I always would have polyps, you know. So anyways, this last time I went, because I was kind of having some issues, and they were concerned about some stuff that I was going through. And so I went, had my colonoscopy. First time, excuse me, at 58 years old, I didn't have polyps for the first time. Now, I don't know if it has a lot to do with my diet, because, you know, I have lost quite a bit of weight. I don't know. It was very shocking to me. Even my sister, who was a nurse to a gastrologist, anyways, for years, and she always has to go every year, and she has polyps too. But I didn't have any. He told me, he said, I see that your other doctor, which our doctor had retired, he saw all of us, he had retired, and he said, but I didn't notice that you came every 3 years. And I was like, yes. He said, well, I want to see you for 5. I said, okay, that's a plan. So, yeah, I was clean this last time. I was so happy. So, another very important, if you're over 50, PSA, public service announcement, if you are over 50, please make sure to start, male or female, get your colonoscopies. It's very important. My brother died at 54. He would not go get one. My sister kept telling me, you need to go get one, you need to go get, because he was our older brother. He was the oldest. And her working for this gastrologist, you know, you need to go have one. And he started having issues, and next thing we know, our brother had colorectal cancer. It was very devastating. I took him to have his colonoscopy, and the doctor came in there to talk to him and me, and broke my heart, because he had several that were like quarter size, and I had to call my sister and break the news to her, and of course she was just devastated. He was, I believe, stage 3, and that was in like May of the 1 year, and then he had surgery in August. I guess when they opened him up, it spread, and by December he was not able to walk. Basically, I had to lift him up out of the car to put him into the wheelchair, because he was so dehydrated, and he'd lost so much weight. He'd started out probably around 260, and then he was probably about 140 that day. I had to take him to the doctor, and they said, oh, he just needs fluids. And so anyways, we ended up taking him to a different doctor, because we just felt like he was getting run around. Anyways, needless to say, that was in December. The following February, he was gone. And my big brother, my big handsome motorcycle riding brother, who just had a heart of gold, passed away. And it was about a 10-month battle. And the thing about my brother was that he had cancer but he worked at a local lumber yard, and he would go to work, and he would ride his big old motorcycle to work, and he would get there, and then or sometimes he would just go do his chemo after he put a full day in at work. He would go do his chemo and radiation, and then he would go home, and then he would be sick for about 3 days, so he'd miss a couple of days of work, and then he he'd go back to work, and then the following week he'd have to start over again and do it over again. And so anyways, I was so proud of him, and he was still good, because like I said, he was still working and rode his motorcycle and to radiation and to chemo. And yeah, so between his sisters, he wasn't married, his sisters and my mother, we had to take care of him, and it was tough, it really was. And but my sister kept telling him, she said, you really need to go have your colonoscopy, and he wouldn't do it. And finally at 54 he had his first colonoscopy. So I believe the age is 50 that I guess male and female need to start having their colonoscopies at 50. So yeah, it was devastating, very devastating. And to lose your brother, lost my dad, that's like 5 or 6 years before that, and then after that my young nephew had passed away in 2011. So yeah, it was there for a while bit. Then I had a friend of mine who had a really close friend of mine had passed from her mental health was not in good place, and that was hard too. So yeah, so okay, I am here at I'm at a hospital. The clinic is inside of the hospital. So anyways, mammogram time. Nice little walkabout. Of course, I don't have the most comfortable shoes on today, which they're not bad. And we're done, just like that. I mean, my appointment was at 7:30. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. Yeah, and I got there like at 7:25. So now I'm gonna head over to Chick-fil-A, because I kind of want some of them little chicken minis, and then I'm gonna stop at this really huge Dollar Tree, because yeah, of course I left my glasses, so I gotta go get me some cheaters to get through the day. So I'm gonna head to Chick-fil-A. All right, we got our order in. We're getting us some Jesus chicken, as I call it. God's chicken, whatever you want to call it. It's just a little joke, because Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. Some places are, and I think it's a Christian owned, so I call it the Jesus chicken. I like calling it Jesus chicken. I also did a video about Jesus chicken, so you might want to check that one out. So anyway, so yeah, I'm in waiting for my food. I really need to finish putting my makeup on, but maybe if I can get to work and sneak in the bathroom. But I do got to stop at the Dollar Tree. Can't do a Dollar Tree haul, sorry. I got to be at work. I'm supposed to be at work at 8, which it's already after 8, and which that's okay. They knew I was coming in late. Yesterday I had a dentist appointment, so I had to leave 30 minutes early. They give you these really nice little bracelets, so I think I'm gonna take that off. I'm done with that. And so yeah, yesterday I had a dentist appointment, so I had to go to the dentist. I had to leave 30 minutes early for that. And then I had this appointment. I hate taking off work. I just hate, but you can't do things late. I mean, everybody works 8 to 5 or 8 to 6, or yeah, everybody's scheduling is not the same. So anyways, so I got me some of them little chicken minis, that's got the little biscuit with the little chicken in them, and they are so good. I honestly would just like to order a dozen of the just the bread, because the bread is so good. And so I guess you can have, they asked me if I wanted sauces or jelly, and I was like, no, I think I just want to eat mine plain. So Anyways, I got a 10-pack. I won't eat a whole 10-pack. I'm sure I will take the rest of them to my coworkers, but I was gonna get them a pack, but I didn't. So I thought, well, I'll just eat a couple of mine and I'll share. That's me. Good morning.
You have a blessed one.
Hey, you have a blessed day too. All right, that was easy. Now getting out of here in the 8 o'clock of traffic. 8 o'clock in the morning traffic. Is just a little hairy. You know, get them cheaters at Dollar Tree. They work. I mean, you know, especially if I have to do computer work and stuff like that. You know, they're okay. I mean, they work. Probably not as good as my regular glasses, but they're okay. They do in a pinch. And I usually keep them in my desk drawer, but the other day I forgot my glasses, and of course I wore them home, and then now they're at home. So then I have cheater readers all over my house. So what I need to do is probably gather all them up and take them back to my office. That way I have them. Ooh, them little chicken minis smell amazing. I may have to just break into one now. I don't know if you've never seen them. I'll let you see what they look like, but they are absolutely adorable. I mean, if food could be adorable. Let's see. See, they're adorable. Little bitty pieces of chicken, and it's just basically the little nuggets. And then they put them between the little biscuit, little bread. But this bread is so good. Oh yeah, that's amazing. No. If you haven't ever had chicken mini, Jesus chicken minis from Chick-fil-A, I highly recommend them because they are amazing. Now, like I said, I gotta go down here to the opposite end, go to the Dollar Tree and get me some glasses. Okay, made it to the Dollar Tree. Finish my little mini chicken. If you've ever had these, let me know in comments. And if you like them. And if you've never, excuse me. If you've never had Chick-fil-A, let me know in comments. Because you're missing out if you never ate Chick-fil-A. I mean, I love it. All right, gonna head into Dollar Tree. Get me some glasses. When did the Dollar Tree become the $1.50 tree? I mean, you know, they've been, you know, we were 99 cents forever, right? Or a dollar, whatever. Then, you know, COVID hit, economy got, anyways, now I bought 4 pairs of glasses. I'll just stick them in my desk drawer at work. And they're $1.50 now. They're glasses. Remember when you could get these for 99 cents or $1? Yeah. Which there were some cute shades. I hope I got them strong enough. I usually do it like a 275 or 300. So, anyways, these were really cute, but I think they're going to be kind of, look, those are really neat. And yeah, these were $1.50 a pair. I'm just really surprised that it's been said that they're going to go up to $2. It's not going to be the Dollar Tree, and it'll be the $2 tree, I guess. I'm sure they're not going to change the name. That would be too much. Too much. This one's got a little sticker on it. Oh, look, these make me look really smart, huh? I look like a bug. Anyways, I got those. I got these. Oh, brown ones. You know, I like wearing my clear ones. I thought these were kind of cute, but these may be really too small for my face because I have such a big face. Oh, well, they're not too bad. Not too bad. And then I got these. So, yeah, we are in the glasses business now. But, yeah, I just cannot believe that. That just blew my mind. $1.50 now for glasses. Which, you know, you can't guess you can't beat that. This said wide frame, and you know me, I like my frames big, so I think I'm gonna put these on. But yeah, that was very shocking. You know, I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, because everything's $1.25. Well, most of the time. But yeah, I guess times are a changing. So, anyways, I'm gonna have me one more little chicken mini, then I'm gonna take the rest of them to my co-workers, and I don't know, I might save them for lunch. Who knows? I'm gonna go to work. It is after 8. I'm supposed to be at work at 8, but then, you know, I had this appointment, so here we go. I'm gonna head to work. Catch y'all later.